Hi, this is Shane R. Monroe, and today we are going to unbox the Commodore 64Maxi. This is imported from the UK, since it is not for sale in the United States, and I was not an original Kickstarter backer. I was unable to get my hands on one of these, but I did find a shop over in the UK that would actually sell me and ship me this guy. It wasn't cheap, so let's see if it was worth what was in the box, shall we? So this is the full-size version. This has a real working keyboard. We're going to try it out in a minute. It has a new and improved joystick. For those of you who have the C64 Mini, you know that the controller that comes with it doesn't quite feel right to use. This one's supposed to be better. This is, again, the UK edition, so let's take a look at the back. And you can see some of the games that are included on here. We'll have some video later on of the actual unit itself in operation. This should come with a power supply for the UK, but that's okay. It uses a standard micro USB plug, so as long as you have an adapter, you should be okay. I've not even cracked the seal on this guy, so I have animals all over me. It's like Wild Kingdom in here. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut this guy open.
This is starting to turn into a National Geographic video.
Wild stuff. So let's see what's in the box together, shall we? Now, one of the other difference before we go in there is that this actually will let you run VIC-20 software as well as Commodore 64 software. The Mini would not. That's another very exciting thing here. So here we go. Let's take a look. So here it is. It actually looks rather a lot like the original bread bin Commodore 64.
So this is not the original. It's just a remake of the original.
This is a remake of the original. It has a nice little plastic shield on it. It's got a box of goodies over here. We'll open that up in a minute. So let's go ahead and get started. It just pops right off. That's cool. Here, wow, it actually it feels even hefty like a Commodore 64. We'll take another look here in a second. I'll let you hold it in a second. Ooh. Even kind of rattles like a Commodore 64. Very good.
Well, I mean, if they wanted to make an accurate remake, I mean...
Alright, so let's take a look at what's in the box.
What are you going to show us first?
Okay. Here we go. So...
I'm going to cut out your face for just a minute.
Controller. You can see it's USB, just like the other one. Looks like the configurations are the same. 2 fire buttons, 2 caret buttons, your 3 buttons technically, and then a menu button, and then the controller. And these are supposed to be, here are the micro switches, a lot different than the other one.
Does the other one not have micro switches?
No, the other one's just a contact, so it's very quiet. This actually feels pretty good.
Is it exactly like a Commodore controller?
Well, the Commodore didn't come with one of these controllers. You had to buy a third-party controller. So
well, is it like an exact recreation of it?
No. This controller didn't really exist.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right, and then we have in here
Can you get it?
It's a quick start guide. Has sort of the look and feel of the old Commodore 64 user guides and programmer's guides. I kind of dig on that. As you can see in here, Protovision. That's interesting. That's from War Games, of course.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
You've seen War Games?
Well, twice, but I didn't know.
So, premium box edition. So there's other stuff. Tells you about the controller a little bit. Some basic stuff. I dig the Protovision ad in the middle. That's great. And then a bunch in German, which probably not going to help out. And then I'm assuming this is the power supply that's not usable in the United States. Let's take a look at it.
Why is it not used? Is it a different outlet plug?
Where are you going to plug that in?
What is that thing?
This is a European plug. And as you can see, it's a power brick that you would normally plug a USB cable into.
That is not an ordinary plug. It's plastic.
No, it's plastic, but it's also...
No, I meant that plug right there.
This is supposed to just sort of help you guide it in, right? And then this is your standard micro USB cable. Oh, look at this. It actually comes with an HDMI cable. Almost nothing comes with an HDMI cable anymore, so that's great. So what we would only really need is this, and we need a power brick to power it, but I've already got all that stuff in my workstation, so no big deal there. So we will just go ahead and pack this box back up. Back in there. Put that guy back in there. And we'll put the controller back in there for now.
And that's the whole video. Bye-bye.
Box is going to kick my butt. Okay. So now let's take a look at the machine itself. This is the money shot, of course, right? This is what you actually are here to see.
Nope.
So let's take a look. So we'll take a look at the keyboard a little bit better in a moment, but let's see what sort of... So it doesn't sound like a Commodore 64, but it does have the same sort of springy button feeling. It's definitely better than not having any keyboard at all.
Shift lock, run stop.
Oh, the shift lock doesn't click. That's too bad. On the original Commodore, if you were to click in the shift lock, it would go click, click, and it would stay in, click, click, and then come back out.
Well, it's not perfect.
It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. You got your little power LED on the top. This is slightly different, of course, for trademark reasons, I'm assuming. And nothing on the front, nothing on this side. On the back, we have our HDMI out. We have our power plug. And we have, this is new, I think, a USB port on the back, which is great. And then on the side, we have, oh, look at this. We have a power switch. Normally, you would just plug it in and it would turn on by itself. And look at this. We have 3 USB ports. So the nice thing about this is the controller will take one. If you want to have a second controller, you would take another port. And then if you wanted to have a USB drive filled with the games, you'd have yet another port filled, which means if you wanted to have a USB keyboard or something else plugged in, now you have a 4th port. But now that you actually have a keyboard, you might not even need it. But that's cool. And extra USB ports are good. On the bottom, this is cool. This looks a lot like it. The rubber feet, the silver labeling like that. That's pretty cool. And it even has a serial number, which is kind of cool. So this is 21,359th unit. How about that, huh? All right, and there we go.
Try playing Overwatch with this.
Feels pretty good, yeah. Got to Overwatch. Your cursor keys and no mouse.
Does it feel weirder since it's like more rised up, the key?
Actually, no, because it kind of feels natural to just kind of have your hands pursed here. Oh, the spacebar is very stiff. That's interesting. I imagine that kind of wears in over time, the function keys. All in all, a pretty neat little unit. So again, this is the Commodore 64Maxi, or the C64Maxi, I should say. Notice the word Commodore doesn't appear anywhere on here, probably for copyright type stuff. But this looks pretty good, and so later on we're going to hook this guy up and I'll show you an introductory video and show you what it looks like when you first power it on, and we'll put it to the test in the real world. Stick around. Hello and welcome back. We're now going to look at the C64Maxi booting up for the first time out of the box. And of course we have the obligatory language selection, and I've got the controller, the new joystick, hooked up, and as you can hear, the micro switch is very, very loud. So you don't actually hit the fire button, which I thought was interesting. You hit that little 4th button on the bottom for the next one. I don't know why they chose that, but whatever. And we are 60 hertz output. So now they say to choose A to continue. I don't know, that seems sort of weird. So we're going to have this video test thing, and press A. Do you want to start up in the Commodore 64 mode, or do you want to start up as the carousel? Of course, we're going to start with the carousel. All right, so this should look a lot like what we've seen before. This is the Commodore 64 Maxi screen, and I'll just scroll through these the game list here real quick, just so you guys can see what's actually in here. Of course, the lists are available all over the internet. So otherwise, this feels pretty much exactly the same. A couple of the games changed out, I do know that. Just run through here. What's this guy here? What's that? The Hall of Fame. So this must be the Kickstarter backer thing. Let's look at this real quick. Or maybe it's just a black screen. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's kind of cool. So I guess if you donated to the Kickstarter, then you find yourself in here. Hopefully your name begins with A, right? Oh, there's Alex Lopez. Nice. I know that guy. Alright. That's cool. I was just curious what that was. Okay, so... and we're back to the beginning. Alright, so down at the bottom you'll see a music toggle with the C button. That's very nice, because that music is very annoying after a while. And then what's this other button here? This little, looks like some sort of a sort or repeat thing. Sort by author, sort by composer, sort by genre or year or title. That's nice. I remember that from the Mini. These look the same. We'll jump into settings real quick. In this case, we can flip into VIC-20 mode as well. Look at this. Let's see. Right, so if we default to the Commodore VIC-20... so let's see, how do we go into... yeah, look at that. It is the VIC-20. How cool is that? Oh, media access, load save state. Oh. Wow. Do
I have the Mega ROM cartridge on here, that'd be kind of cool. It doesn't look like I put that on there. Too bad. That'd have been cool to try out. Oh, wait a minute. Mega carts. Is it in here? No. Now, all right. So then we can go back to computer model. Oh. Current model and the default model. All right, so that's okay. Nope, no firmware upgrade right now. Reset computer, that's what we're looking for. Maybe not. Oh, exit the carousel. Alright, cool. Well, very neat. That's kind of fun. And then, of course, the USB side loader is still here. And we can jump into something like, say, Gyrus. That's always one of my go-tos. One clicky-ass joystick, I'll tell you that. Alright. Cracktro screen. Apparently the fire button number 2 now defaults to run stop. That was pretty smart of them. I don't remember that being that way before. I don't suppose there's something assigned to N. No. Alright, so we do have to go to the virtual keyboard for this. No, 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 no. Alright, now we're talking. Gyrus action. Well, I'll tell you what, the joystick's responsive. This thing is loud. I'm sure a lot of people are happy to have loud and responsive versus that other thing. As you can see, works just fine. Now, if I was a good guy, I'd try that multi-card on the Big 20, but maybe we'll save that for another video, huh? All right, well, listen, I hope you enjoyed the opening of the box of the Commodore 64Maxi. That was an import. I had to bring that in from the UK. It's not currently available in the United States, so you'll have to import it, or hopefully you back Kickstarter. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the little bell so you're notified of any new videos that come your way. And I appreciate you watching. This is Shane R. Monroe. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.